Hi, my name is Marcelo, and this video we will learn how to create custom activities for UiPath. So, as we have already available by default on UiPath Studio, activities to perform certain actions like open the browser, read text, and many other things, we can also create our own custom activities that may have something unique that we don't find on available activities. So, in this video, we will learn from scratch how to create our own activities. So, in this case, will be simple activities that will perform operations like sum and subtraction. So first, to create our package of activities, we will install the Visual Studio Community IDE. So this IDE allows to do software development, and UiPath created an extension to become more easier to develop custom activities on this IDE. So just type Visual Studio Community here on Google, and let's click on the first result. Now let's click on the button Download Visual Studio. And now let's just save the setup. And now that we have the setup already downloaded, let's execute it. Now let's click on Continue. Now let's just wait a bit. And then will appear this window, and just make sure that you select the option .NET Desktop Development. So we need to check this option to be able to create the custom activities with the UiPath extension. So then let's just click here on the button to apply the installation. So Visual Studio is already installed, so we can see that we have already opened here the Visual Studio. So here I will just click on Not Now, maybe later. You can sign in right now or not. Now here we can choose the theme. Let's click on Start Visual Studio. And so we have already installed completely the Visual Studio IDE. So now let's install the UiPath extension that makes more easier to develop the custom activities for UiPath. So let's click here on Continue Without Code. And now let's click here on Extensions. And let's click on Manage Extensions. And now here on the search, let's search for UiPath Activity Creator. And let's click on Enter. And we can see here the extension UiPath Activity Creator, the fastest way to create custom activities without worrying about any boilerplate code. So let's click here on Download. Now that we have downloaded the extension, we have to close the Visual Studio to the extension be installed. So let's click here on Close, and let's close the Visual Studio. And as we can see, it's installing the extension. So now here let's click on Modify. It's installing. Let's just wait a bit. So the UiPath extension, it's already installed on our Visual Studio. So let's click on Close. And let's launch again our Visual Studio. So let's open it. So now it's all done to create our custom activities with UiPath extension. So first here, let's click on Create a New Project. And now here on Search for Templates, let's search for UiPath to use the UiPath extension that will give us the foundation. So here we can see UiPath Standard Activity Project. So let's double click here. Now here we have to define the project name. So I will define here, for example, fake company dot simple operations. So our package of activities will contain activity for addition and subtraction. So simple operations. And now here let's click on. So we have already our project created, and we can see here some files created by default, as we can see. So basically the foundation to create activities for UiPath. And so let's now focus on the most important thing. So now to create the activity, so we have the project, and now to create the activities, first we have to click here. So where says our name of the project. And now let's click here on extensions, here on this option that we can see here. Now let's over UiPath and let's click on Add Activities. And then will appear this window with two options, to create or to import. So this option import is for if you have a JSON file with the defined activities. So in this case, let's click on create. And now here we can define the activities. So first, let's click here on the plus sign. And now our first activity will be to make the sum between two numbers, addition. So the name will be addition. And now the description can be the sum of two numbers. Now here on type, let's choose the option simple. The scope 1 will be useful if you want to create a set of activities that, for example, need authentication. For example, activities to work with Dropbox. Maybe you'll have to do authentication and you can use a scope to authenticate all the activities inside of that scope. So in this case, let's choose the option simple. And now here we can define the properties. So we have to define three properties, two properties for two numbers, to the activity receive two numbers, and another for the activity return the result of the sum. So let's click here to add a property, and so the first one will be of type input. So the activity will receive the first number, so here the name of the property can be first number, and the description can be the first number, for example. Now here on direction, make sure it select the option in, so because the activity will receive the value, so needs to be of type in, so it can work with the number to make the sum. And here on type, make sure you select the option integer, so to be possible make the operation. And now here options, it's required, so it's required this property to be defined, so to be possible to the activity give us return the value of the sum between two numbers. So let's check here required. And now let's add another, so this one will be the second number. So description will be the second number. Direction in, here integer and required. And now, so this one will be for the output, so this will be what the activity will return to us, so type out, so will give to us the value. So here name result, and now the description, result of the sum between the two numbers. Type will be can be string or integer, but let's choose the option integer, and then we will convert it to string to display on UiPath. And then so let's click now on OK, and we have defined the properties. So now we have defined all it's needed to our first activity. So now let's go to the second activity. So let's click here on add, and so this one will be for subtraction. So here on description, let's define the subtraction between two numbers. And here let's edit the properties. Now let's add three. So we have to define two properties for the activity will receive two values, two numbers, and another for the result. So it's basically the same like the addition activity. So here first number, the first number, and it's in type integer and required second number, the second number, type integer, required, and then the last one will be results, so output, so will be what the activity will return to us, the result of the subtraction between two numbers, and here type integer, and let's click on OK. So now that we defined all it's needed to create activities, now we can also add the icon to each activity. So the icon needs to be of type .spg, so if you click here we can see the allowed type, so the extension .svg, so it needs to be of this type. And so I will have, so here on addition, this icon, and we can see here the icon. And now to subtraction, this one of type .svg, so let's add it, and we can see so that we added icons to our activities. So now let's click here on finish. Now that we defined our activities, we can see that was created a file for each activity. So let's click, for example, on the file related to addition. So we can see here basically that we have to create the logic of our activities. So we defined our activities and the arguments that it needs. So we can see here the first number, the second number, and then it will return to us the result. So here, as we can see, we need to add the logic. So the logic here is to do this addition of the two numbers, and then here we will return the results. So it's very simple here, the logic. So let's just this text, and then first we need to create a variable. So var sum, it's equal to our first number. So here we are getting the value that we sent to the activity, to the property, first number. So here equals to first number plus the second number. And now let's add here a semicolon. And now so we have on this variable the result that we have to send to the user, so output. So here we take this variable and we will send it to the result, so the output of the activity. So here let's delete the null and replace by the sum, the variable that contains the sum between these two numbers. And it's basically this the logic for the addition. And now let's do just a save. So let's save here. So save all, for example. And now here on subtraction, it's basically the opposite. So let's open here protected methods. And here basically, so let's create a variable var subtraction. And basically here it's taking the first number minus the second number. And now semicolon. And so we'll send the value of the subtraction to the output, so to return to the user the value of the subtraction between these two numbers. And now let's just save again. So let's here click on save. And now that we have done everything that it's needed to create our activities, so we have to publish them to be able to use on UiPath. So here let's click on where it says design on the final. And now let's do right click here and let's click on the option publish, so this one. And now here let's choose the option folder. And now here we choose the folder where we want to publish our activities. So first let's define on UiPath a package source, and then we will use this package source, so a folder, to publish our activities. So let's go to UiPath Studio. Let's click here on settings and let's click on manage source. And now let's add here a new package source. So let's define here the name of my custom activities, for example. And now here on source, we define the source, so the folder, the path where we want to define our package source. So in this case, I'll find on my desktop on the folder that I created, so you can find where we want. And now let's click here on add. And so we will use this package source where UiPath will so search for the activities that are published here. So now let's go to Visual Studio and let's define this, so this folder, this path where we define the package source on UiPath. So now let's click here on finish. Now here, let's just rename the package source. So here, let's click on rename. Let's define here my custom activities, for example. Let's click on rename. And now let's click here on publish. So we can see that it's being created, our package of activities. So our package, it's already created, so we can see successfully published. So we can see it here on our folder, the package. So now to test our package of activities, let's open the UiPath Studio. Let's create a new process, can be test activities. Now let's click on create. And now that our project is created, we need to install our package on our project. So let's click on manage packages. And we can see our defined package source. So if we click here, we can see our package created. So let's click on it. Let's click on install and let's save. And let's click here on accept. And now if we search here on activities by addition, for example, the name of one of the activities, we can see it here. So let's search here simple operations and we can see the two activities. So let's open our workflow. And now let's drag the addition, for example. And now, so first we need to give the first number. So let's type in here directly the number, so can be 2. And now here, second number can be 3. And so now we have to create a variable that will get the output, so the result of the addition between these two numbers. So let's click here, let's click on create variable, and can be int result. And now to see the result, so let's use a message box. So let's drag it after the addition, and now let's just call the variable that will get the result. So int result. And now let's run our automation to see if it's working well, our activity. And as you can see here, it did very well. So the sum, the addition between these two numbers. So the result 5. So let's click on OK. And now let's test the other activity, the subtraction. So let's type in here subtraction. So let's drag it. Now, so first number can be 10. And so here second number can be 5. So the result should be 5. So here, don't forget to call here the variable to get the result, output of our activity. And now let's run again our automation. And as you can see, we got the result 5, so it's working as it should be. So I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more RPA related videos. Bye bye.